Hello friends and hello student. In this session we learn the friend function in C++. So here I share my laptop screen and fix the position so you can watch better my video lecture. And here turbo C++ is there. I just double click and take some time. Yes, now is open. Filter F file menu and taking new file. And here our goal to find function. Okay, but in my previous two video lecture we cover the two types, so here I cover the third type. There are four type of friend function. So previously one class one friend function, two class and one friend function, and now one specific member of friend of other class. So there are also two class, but one member is a friend of other class, and fourth type is a one whole class is a friend of other class. So here, yes, now that define a specific, so specify or specific, you can say that class member, that type name, function of other class. That is our goal. So one specified or specific, you can say that any word, class member function of other class. So there is also two class and one member function is a friend of other class. So here we can declare the uh, our first header file and then class declaration. So as sign include then io string dot h, yes, and then we can define the console input output, and then we can start our class declaration. And here first class keyword and first class. Okay, and that first class we can define the two private uh, variable, that is instant variable. By class variable, that data member is known as an instant variable because that object create that time that memory is allocated. So here public part, and here we can define the set value. After our constructor concept we cannot take set value because we can take the constructor and destructor, but here we cannot use constructor. So here to parameterize set value, also you can define the parameterized constructor, but after learning the constructor we have to define. So here x equal to a and then y equal to b, and then we can take the show, so display. So there are directly here I write the x and y values, values are. Okay. So print x and one some blank and then y and then end l. End l is a manipulator taking new line. And now turn to that all. Here you can also use the integer x I here use. You can also feet each and distance, centimeter distance, that type of variable also you have to take. But here we can just specific class member function of other, that is our focus. So how that private member is accessed to friend function of other class. So that is our target. After we can take some formula we have to calculate, and then our answer is come to like feet each, meter centimeter, that type of also possible in friend function help of that we can solve that type of definition. Okay, so here now that is a one class and that is name, we have to define the class as a friend function of other class. So here we can take first second class and then scope resolution operator, and then we can define the like sum, that return type is not required, and then we can pass to the first, yes, because that is a friend of other class. So first class object, because you have to know always the friend of that member is a second class sum, that member. of second class. So here our class name is specifying, and then function name directly that name, and then object is a function argument that class name. So that is a first class because that member is a second class, but we can access the private member of first class. So that is a friend of first class and member of second class. That is type, and here semicolon is required. And here, okay, one problem is there because sum is not declared to here. Now we can declare. So what is the solution? I first taking one error and then give a solution so you can understand better way. So now I first here you have to know very well in my previous video lecture. Here we can define the like second class, and that is a you have to know forward declaration. So that is a we cannot that meaning compiler give the advanced instruction to second first class. So second class is come to now picture in after that class is complete. So you can allow this second class that name. So here just second class we have to use. Okay, so now let us we can declare the second class. Yes, now that second class come to in picture and semicolon, and that's private member only we have to take as a just z, and then we can define the public section and that void and set value also that class hold, and that we can here see and that initialize to z, z equal to c, and also that display show function. So here just bring the z value. So here the z value is okay. You have to not declare any variable in the second class because our target is a only how to use that sum. So here sum is a friend. So here we can use friend keyword. Yes, yes, that is a required. So friend. Yes, so friend. Yes, that meaning that friend class second name class name. That is a. I just elaborate the syntax now. First, we can define that function. So here we can declare that sum. So here that return type is a void and sum, and then here we can define the first and just semicolon. After in the outside class we can define. But I first write to here one comment line to how that syntax come into the picture. So first I just open not a comment line. So syntax is a first give the friend keyword. Yes, that is a required friend keyword. Yes, that we have to define. Then class name, that is syntax, and then scope rejection operator, and then we can say that member function name, and then object object of class or object of class. Okay, so here our friend is that syntax I just comment line, but first we can understand. So friend keyword is core, then class name, yes, co-projection operator, and then member function, yes, that member function name is song, and then object of that class. So object of class means we have to friend of that here that second class some friend of first class, that is meaning. So here first class, and we can pass that object as a function argument. So here first class we have to pass, there is no any error, but sum is declared to here. So that is a declaration here, and we can use in the first. So that is taking the error. So what is a solution I give? First we can define all program. So outside I can write the definition of sum. So first you have to know very well that is a return data type. Yes, that is a member. So we can write that type of syntax and not define the friend keyword. That definition time not require the friend keyword. So here we can write the friend keyword. And now here I that syntax in comment line. So just for your reference. And now here what to do? Cooperation, and then sum and first. Yes, and we can define like f1 any object name. So here if you give any name, but here yes f1 F1 we can use in main also. So here we can use like temp. Yes, that no any change require temp temporary. That is a formal argument. So here we can take one integer value and s for not we have to use any there. So anywhere, so temp dot x, yes, and plus temp dot y, that is a private member access directly. That member is a second class and some that is a member, but that friend of first class, so that directly access that private member with the help of object, and then we can print directly. So that finish the summation is and print that s value. Okay, and enter. Okay, so now complete, and there is no require any member because we have to define all our inline inside the class that definition. Only one line is a show set value in also above first class. So set value a b assign and show already. So now come to the main in picture. Main we have to write and can define the first class object and then second class. Okay, so here first I clear the screen. Yes, and before I clear the screen, take three variable a, b, and c. We can pass dynamic also. You can pass the static value. So here we can scan uh, like enter first class a and b value. So we can find that first class value is scanned. So we can pass in A and B in first class. So taking the object, yes, F1, here I can use F1. So in above we can change the object name temp. Okay. And now F1 dot set value, we can pass that AB value. Okay. And then we can call the show. Okay. So that value is print only. And then we can same scan C value because that second class only one private, and here we can change the message. Yes, second class only C value, only one value, enter. So yes, and then we can scan the C value. So second class object come to picture S1 and S1 dot set value, and then pass the C, and S1 dot show. And now s1 dot sum we have to call, that is a member of class, so we can handle the class object and pass the f1 first class object, that is important. And now here yes, there is no any other require, so here get ch and then complete. So here some blank we can remove, and first I save this file. So here friend underscore function third type. So there is a third type of friend function. So that name specified class member function of other class, okay, friend of other class. So one specific class member, okay, uh, one specific class member function friend. Yes, here we can require friend of other class, that require to friend keyword, so we can identify that is type of friend. So here I sustain some one specified class member friend function friend of other class, so that is now type is perfect and concept is a friend function continue. So I cover the third type. So here one error is there. So first how to solve, why error is come to picture, because there is a member function we can use here, but that definition or declaration here and outside that class definition, so that is taking error because that we can declare and after that use, that is a rules of UDF, user defined function. So that is a class member, same rules here we can follow. So I can first show you how error is come to picture, what is a error, and then give the solution. So you can exactly get the idea that type of error if come in your program. So how that solution. Okay. So first we can take error. Yes, I press save and F9. So error is there. So there are three error. Yes. So here is because that is a, here you can read that error. second sum first is not a member of second, because that class we have to define. Here our class is there. Yes, forward declaration. So that is a get the class, but that member is a not declared. Directly we can use here. So what is a solution? Here we can directly sum use, but sum is a declare in the here. So we cannot use in the first. So what we can solution? So just that is a error. I just repeat because there is very important concept that forward declaration one error solved, that class come to in picture that after first class, so we can use that class name here. Yes, that class name we have to use, but that member function we have to not declare, because that is a declaration in second class. So here that declaration, but we can before the use of declaration, that is a taking error. Okay, so I think you can understand. So what is the solution of that error? So I just this class cut to here and passed before, so that is a solve this error. And yes, here I passed shift. So and what is now forward declaration? That is required now first class, because we can pass here as a sum as a argument is a first class. So that taking error. Okay. So I first save, yes, and then compile. Yes, there are here parameter name are used only with function body. That is type error, but you have to not understand what is error, because that first class is a not a defined, but before we have to use. So that forward declaration we can not second class, because second class is come to picture in first. So here we can declare the first class. Yes, that first, that solution. Yes, sir. Now that error is solved. Let us check, and that error also solved, because we can sum declare as a now and declaration cover here. Yes, declaration cover here, and we can use here. There is no any issue. So let us take any error or solution is there. So yes, there is all error are removed. So that is a way you can understand what is a problem and how its solution. So I give first error and then solution, so you can understand how to error. So there are two error reflected. So here first we can define the sum in above of that and not declaration is covered. So that taking the error. So now that declaration is covered, so all error are gone. So we can sometime not understand in friend function how type error. So now that clear. Okay, you have to understand very well that that is my way, and that is my technique to perfect idea give to you. So friend class name, yes, that friend keyword cover and class name, yes, second class cooperation operator. I can just revise this definition, because there is a main purpose of this session, that is you can understand the what is a specified member class function. Function is a friend of other class, so that is a sum is a friend of uh, first class. Okay, so first class is defined the below and second class above. So in my previous video lecture, I first and second two classes sequentially, and here forward declaration is second class, but now is a first class, because here require or demanding is change. Here is a first class that I defined the sum as a second class that friend of first class. That is meaning. So that is declaration before we can use, that is we can rules follow. So all error are solved. And here that our member function, that is a meaning, I just repeat, the sum of second class one pacific or pacified member friend of first class. So only that sum function right to access the private member xy, other function not chance or not any authority. Okay, so here there are other member also set value and show. That is not here I print xy, that not print show function, because that not rights. So whole class friend of other class, that time all member access to other class private member, but here one fixed member is a friend of other class. So that is a scenario, or he can say that that is a goal of this session. So now let us like first save, yes, compile, there is no any error, and now can scan. So first a and b value. So here I can give some different values. So 9 and 5. So that 14 answer, yes. And then second class, yes. So that print show function. and second class that we have to take just like 10. Okay, C. So that is a show, yes, and the summation is sad value. Yes, that sad value is okay. Some message. Okay, summation is perfect. 9 plus 5, that 14. That is a sum member print. But that sad value is we can give, but not print. So we can print also sad value. So yes, sad value where print in second class. Yes, here is printing is remaining. So that is not print. Yes, and we can also provide the and L that is remaining. So that is other not any error. So yes, there is no any error. Let us try and give some different value like 12 and 8. So 20 is answer. That is a print first, and then we can provide the C means Z value of second class 10. So 10, and now summation is 20 because 12 plus 8, 20. Yes. So that is a sum. So all are well. So very simple way I can understand what is F1. That is our concept. One specified class member function, friend of other class. That is our goal. So you can now, after this session or this video lecture, you can apply your feet and inch or over and minutes, meter or centimeter, that type of member, and you can calculate. So apply that formula. Okay. So I hope that is very simple and a very easy way I can explain to you what is a one specified member function of friend of other class. So here there are two class. Yes, that is important. So here we can forward declaration of first class, not second class, because second class one specific member, that is name is a sum. We can define the sum is a friend of other class, and other class name is a first. So you can give any name. That's right for first and second. You can give any like meter and feet, that is, or each and feet and distant, that distant one and two, that type also possible, or meter, centimeter, over minute, that type of also take the member and that apply that formula in some function. So here we can define, that is that syntax is fixed. So friend keyword, that class name, scope rejection operator always appear, and then here you can see here we cannot define the return data type of that member. So I just take you error. So here give the error, not taking. Okay. So return data type is not required. Just that is a declaration only. So we can say that second class sum is a friend of, that is a just class name, scope rejection, and function name and object of that class. So here we can declare of first class, but that member of the second class, that is a very important, because that friend function concept, what is a which class you have to declare, that is a out of class, that not under that scope of out of that, that is a not a that member function of that first class, that is a function of second class, but then after that access the private member of first class, that is a concept. So friend function always, when which place you have to declare, that is a not a member or not a that class scope, that out of, that is non-member class. So that is a first class is not a member as a sum, but that is a member of second class, and after all that is access this first class x and y private member or private variable. So that is a goal. So here we object as a function argument must be passed. So then and then that is a that sum or like over minute or miss, meter, centimeter, okay, feet each, that type of solution is there. So I hope you can understand. Yes, so very simple. I give the example. So I just run for last time. Yes, we can give some different value. So here I like 45 and like 5. So 50 is answer. Yes, first print. And here I give 9 like, so that is 50. So just that is a, okay. So that private member access. So I hope you can understand. Write this program to your notebook. One specified class member function, friend of other class. So that syntax is very easy, but we take care, otherwise taking the error. And error is a come to, we can read not solve, that type of error come in picture. So I just give the idea, first we can take error and then give the solution. So I complete this session. Okay, so write this program to your C++ notebook, and I close this file, F3 function key, yes, and quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala, press the bell icon to never miss any update or any question or regarding this definition or any other of any programming or C++. So write in comment section and share and subscribe my channel. So thanks and Hare Krishna.